So how about your drums? Do you set your drums to a certain tune, like always?
Actually, when I set them, as far as the tone, you mean?
Yes.
For the tone, it's normally it's relatively the same every time. I really focus on making sure that the tone is even between top and bottom head, but then also I like the way that they feel. Like they have to feel a certain way. I don't want it to be too tight where it's super bouncy, and then I don't want it to be super loose where it's really thuddy. But it's pretty much in the tuning wise. It's like in the middle of the spectrum for me. Depending on what the stuff like this is, pretty much middle of the road. If it's something where it's like more of a rock vibe, then it's gonna be a lot deeper, a lot lower, and the drums that I probably would use would be a lot bigger. First time, instead of it being a 10, it'll probably be a 12. Maybe I would do maybe a 12 and an 18 would be the sizes that I would choose to use, as opposed to 10, 12, and a 16. You know what I mean? Just try to play what's called for with the music.
I would like to ask for, like how I asked, how are you feeling after a long flight for a tour like this?
Yeah.
So when you're on a tour like this, how do you practice your drum? Like,
sometimes like this, I don't really practice a whole lot. When I'm on a tour like this, I just like to play and we'll see what happens.
So you just go on to the stage and just let it happen.
let's go ahead and get through it. That's pretty much how it works for me.
And then I have another question for you. Like for this clinic tour and for your other works as a session drummer, how do they feel differently?
I think that when you're on a clinic tour like this, it's really more so just kind of about you and what it is.
Of course, you have your face all over this.
This is true. That is me. You tend to you're more focused on what it is that you actually give to the people. You know what I'm saying? When you're in a studio situation, it's not really so much about you. It's more so about what it is that the artist wants. It's more so about whoever it was that hired you, making sure that they get exactly what it is that they're looking for. And it's like you have to kind of put your ego to the side and make sure that you're contributing in a way that the people hired you want you to contribute. So with something like this, it's like, man, I'm able to just be free and just play whatever it is that I feel and whatever it is that I like, and hopefully the people that come, that they'll enjoy it. The studio situation is different because it's not so much about you. It's just two different worlds. But yeah, the finished product is you actually get to play some great music on both sides, and you definitely walk away happy. I mean, how could you not be happy playing music?
Yeah, there's not much more enjoyable works on the earth.
It's incredible thing.
So you have mentioned like Backstreet Boys, like Usher, like Lady Gaga. You have contributed with these famous artists. Is there any other projects lining up for you in the future, in the foreseeable future?
Well, right now, the current thing for me is playing with GaGa. So I'm looking forward to the few things we have coming up. We're supposed to play the Super Bowl this year.
Oh yes.
And then after that, she's planning on going on tour. So that'll happen. I want to say like maybe, I think she'll probably start like maybe around April or so, from what I understand. At least that's what they're saying right now. Maybe it may be May, or I don't know. But that's the next thing for me, is doing that. And then I don't know. I want to try to work on some music like myself, to work on a project, so that way I'll be able to have something to contribute to the world of music.
So that will be your solo work?
Yeah. Yes. So, not necessarily like a solo drum CD. Not like, I just want to make and create some really good music that feels really good.
For this final question, I would like to ask: is there any tips you can give to the drummers in Hong Kong, like about your style, the gospel drumming? Because it isn't that common in Hong Kong. Is there any tips you can give them?
I think that, just drumming in general, man, I think that it's just important to have fun, and it's important to not allow yourself to be put in a box. You know what I mean? I think that it's important to be able to work on playing all styles of music, whatever you can, and while doing that, make sure that you're having fun. Don't put too much pressure on yourself to, you don't want to be, like the grumpy drummer where you're upset and you're checking out other people and you're like, I don't play like that guy, or I can't do that. Just focus on the things that you can do, and make sure that you're enjoying yourself in the process, and just continue to try to grow and evolve. And I just think that it'll be, I just think that's the way that music's supposed to be. Just growing, evolving, and focusing on just having fun more so than anything else. Don't take it so serious. Just try to have fun.